If you've lived in the Tri-Cities for over a year, then you know our slogan, over 300 days of sunshine a year, and it's true. But even with all that sunshine, we also experience our fair share of excessively windy days, as you know. Wind for an electrical utility can mean power outages due to trees and limbs falling across power lines. Because of this, Richland Energy Services has an effective tree trimming program that keeps tree-related outages to a minimum.
The City of Richland employs a tree trimming crew that prunes and removes trees located on city land. But when trees encroach on power lines, the city relies on a specially trained crew employed by Benton PUD. By sharing this service for the past 13 years, Richland Energy Services has saved money and helped keep rates low.
Well, it's a big cost savings. We partner with Benton PUD and they provide us services for the coordinator for the needs we have. You know, it's not a full-time employee, but it's an employee that's constantly running our contract tree crew, and they also are up on all the needs of the citizens. They perform all the contacting of the customers, making sure they're notified, letting them know what's going on. You know, and again, it's not a full-time employee that the city has to have. It's an individual that's kind of on an as-needed basis. So it's definite cost savings to the city.
What makes it such a challenging task is actually the nature of the high voltage power lines. You know, those power lines, most of the power lines that we're working around are uninsulated power lines. So, you know, there's no coating on those wires. So if there's any sort of contact with that wire, you know, it actually is an energized line where somebody could really be injured or hurt. City of Richland is broken into some different, what I would call tree pruning areas. And the key to keeping all the trees pruned in the city is working through those areas in a timely manner where we go through and we prune and have those trees pruned far enough back so, you know, we get 2 or 3 or 5 years of clearance on those trees. And working through the city in an orderly manner, we're allowed to kind of follow that path. You know, we start in the beginning and work to the end, and by the time we get back, hopefully they're still not back in the line yet, but it might be 2 or 3 years before we get back. So we just have the city broken into different areas, and we work in these pruning areas on a cycle.
Well, fortunately, we've been pretty blessed here, and we've had some pretty high winds, you know, the past couple of years, and very minimal outages. If you want to look how catastrophic it could be, is just take a look at the Northeast this past year with the hurricanes that went through, that people were out of power for, you know, weeks. And that's just what potential there is.
In addition to providing safe, reliable, and cost-effective power to our customers, the City of Richland's tree trimming program brings with it some national recognition. Each year that we have partnered with Benton PUD, we have received the Tree Line USA recognition from the National Arbor Day Foundation. To receive this award, we have to meet several criteria throughout the year, including annual worker training, public education, and holding an annual Arbor Day event. More information regarding the City of Richland's tree trimming program is available by visiting the Energy Services portion of the City of Richland's website.